We're set for baseball here in just a moment as we pause for an extra minute. The color guard exiting the field here at Hammons Field. Okay, now we're set for baseball. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cardinals baseball here on ESPN Radio The Jock. 96.9, 99.9, and 1060 AM, as well as MILB TV and SpringfieldCardinals.com. Appreciate you tuning in and joining us however you are here on this Tuesday night. Matthew Frizzell is our producer back at the Jock Studios on the radio side. Tyson Hathcock and his terrific crew here at Hammons Field producing the MILB TV broadcast for us. It is definitely a little warm over here in the Ozarks tonight, but that's kind of the case everywhere in, well, most of the country. Other than that, a beautiful evening for baseball. So come on over if you're tuning in the area. We've got your dinner plans covered with a Great Southern Bank $2 Tuesday. $2 hot dogs and bratwursts all game long every Tuesday here at the ballpark. Now the Cardinals right-hander Gordon Graceffo getting a couple final warm-up tosses in. This is his fourth start in Double-A ball since being called up from High-A Peoria. That was back on May 23rd when he joined Springfield out in Tulsa. And Graceffo, the 22-year-old from Cranford, New Jersey, well, he just absolutely put together an incredible run in High-A ball. With the Peoria Chiefs, he made 8 starts to open up the season. This is the first full professional campaign for Graceffo. He was just drafted last year in the 5th round out of Villanova. And in his brief time in Peoria, he went 3-2 with a 0.99 ERA. 8 starts for Graceffo in single-A ball this year, 45 2/3 innings, 27 hits, only 6 runs allowed, only 5 earned. And perhaps the most impressive piece of the stat line, 4 walks to 56 strikeouts. He's carried over that trend into Double-A ball, 10 Ks, 2 walks, and 15 2/3 innings across his first 3 starts with Springfield. He's up against the tough top third of the lineup here for the Hooks. Wilger Abreu leads off. Luke Berryhill and Jainer Diaz to follow. As Graceffo rocks back and fires home the game's first pitch. It's ripped on a line through the right side, and it's a leadoff single for Abreu. The Hooks come out swinging here at Hammons Field. So Abreu on the first pitch, fastball from Graceffo. Smacks it right through the right side of the infield. 1 on and nobody down for Luke Berryhill. Berryhill, the right-handed swinging catcher, even stance. Cardinals going to double play depth on the infield. We'll work around the defense here in just a moment as Graceffo from the stretch fires down and away. And it's ball number 1 for Berryhill. Well, our Smart Rain irrigation system's first pitch time and temperature tonight. We're off and running here at 6:37 p.m. And it is 91 degrees on the first pitch thermometers. The throw to first base is not in time. Sunny conditions. And a little breeze blowing kind of lazily out to left field. They have it listed at 15 miles per hour, but I think that's overstating it perhaps. A fastball is in there. Good pitch by Graceffo. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, our first pitch time and temperature are always brought to you by Smart Rain, saving water, time, and money. Graceffo, the hands together at the belt buckle. 1-1 for Berryhill, who's batting .268, and he puts this on the ground sharply to second. Dunn shuttles to win for 1, over to first in time for 2. Taylor-made ground ball to turn 2, and they do it 4-6-3. Well, that combination of Dunn and Wynn turned a couple of really nice double plays on Sunday in Midland, where Mason Wynn was just airing out that terrific throwing arm that had him drafted as a pitcher as well. This time, though, that ball was hit so perfectly to turn 2 on that they could kind of take their time. Jainer Diaz, the batter, he's hitting .319. And he takes a fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Graceffo pours it in and gets ahead. On the infield tonight, it's Jordan Walker at third. Wynn is at short. Dunn is at second. Malcolm Nunez, the first baseman. Pedro Pajes back there catching. 0-1 bounces down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the outfield for Springfield, it's Justin Turner patrolling center field, flanked in left field by Matt Koperniak. Right fielder Moises Gomez. Graceffo peers in over the top of the black mitt. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. A good slider by Gordon. Now the Cardinal righty leads the count at 1-2. Diaz is batting .319, 7 home runs, 46 runs batted in. He's their left fielder. Batting right in the heart of the lineup. Here's the 1-2. The curveball that time, tailing down and away. And the count pulls even at 2-2 for Jainer Diaz. He did hit a 2-run home run on Sunday. The Hooks fell to San Antonio 5-3. 2-2. Taps softly to third. Walker charges in. Fields fires on the run to first, and he got him by a mile. 5-3 ground out with Walker making it look easy coming in from third. Closing a quick 3-batter inning for Gordon Graceffo. Off and running with no score here at Hammons Field on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Now we're off and running at Hammons Field. Mason Wynn leads off the bottom of the first inning. Cardinal shortstop up against the right-hander Jaime Melendez. His first pitch of the ballgame rides up and in to Wynn for ball number 1. Melendez is 0-5 this year, 6.38 ERA. 13th appearance and 9th start for the Puebla, Mexico native, who points this down and away, and Mason leads the count further, 2-0. 36 2/3 innings for Melendez, 37 hits, 31 walks, 48 strikeouts. Swing and a miss by Wynn. So 2-1 for the Cardinals' 20-year-old shortstop. Up against the Hooks' 20-year-old right-hander. And a breaking ball twist down and away. 3-1 for Wynn, who's coming off a great game on Sunday. He went 3 for 6. He led off the ball game with a solo home run. Added an RBI double and an RBI single later. The pitch here, angles on the inside edge. Good slider by Melendez for strike 2. Mason overall in Double-A is batting .300 on the nose. 3 home runs, 9 runs batted in 17 games. This is a little bit high. Melendez didn't miss by much. Good take by Wynn, though. And Mason opens up the ball game with a Red Wing Shoes walk. So the Cardinals get a man on for Nick Dunn, who digs in. While he does, we'll tell you about Red Wing Shoes. They've been serving Springfield for over 50 years, and they have a fit for every customer and a boot or shoe for every walk of life. Visit Red Wing Shoes in Springfield today at 1707 South Campbell. So Wynn takes that base Steelers lead off first. And Dunn takes a fastball away for ball number 1. Well, the Hooks on the infield. At third is Will Wagner. Shortstop is Gray Kessinger. Shea Whitcomb is the second baseman, with Brian Arias holding on Wynn at first base. Luke Berryhill, the catcher, back there. As a floating changeup tails down and away for ball 2 to Nick. Dunn has had just an outstanding stretch in that left-handed batter's box. He's got his season average up to .250. 2 home runs, 13 runs batted in. He tripled and doubled in Sunday's game alone. As a quick throw to first base, Wynn dives back safely. Nick's on a 5-game hitting streak. Batting .364 over that stretch. 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 runs batted in. 2-0 for him. A fastball nabbing the outside half. 2 balls and a strike. On the outfield for the Hooks, it is Wilger Abreu in center. Jainer Diaz is the left fielder. Right fielder is Jordan Brewer. Corpus wearing the road grays tonight. And the pitch. Lifted foul out of play by Dunn, knocking it on top of the Coca-Cola Redbird roost. So the count goes to 2-2. This is game number 42 overall for Dunn. Even stance on the left side for the native of Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Melendez set, spins and fires to first. Wynn, though, able to dive back just safely. Good move by Melendez. But that is now disengagement number 2, so Mason can get even a little bit more aggressive in that lead over there. Dunn waving the bat slowly above the shoulder. The pitch. Knocked back towards the middle. A soft chopper gloved it short by Kessinger. He stops on second for a 1, and he fires to first for 2. So Greg Kessinger turns the double play. 6 unassisted, 6-3. And really a similar start here in the bottom of the first that we saw in the top of the first inning. With the leadoff man reaching and then being erased on a double play. Nobody on base for Jordan Walker, the Cardinals' third baseman. Hitting .316, 6 home runs, 25 runs batted in, and he whistles this foul over the SpringNet Champions Club over there. So strike 1 for the 20-year-old out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Melendez kicks and fires. A high fastball taken by Walker. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is game number 51 for Jordan this year. As the pitch comes in high, a changeup. 2 balls and a strike for Walker. Of his first 50 games, Walker has been on base in 43 of them. He's hit safely in 11 of his last 13. He's been on base in 12 of those 13. As a breaking pitch is outside, and Jordan doesn't chase after it, doesn't even think twice about it. Seeing that slider well from the right-hander Melendez. 3-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on a good off-speed pitch. Change up getting Walker out in front a bit. So a full count with 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. And the 3-2. Called strike 3, a fastball from Melendez coming right back with the heater after the changeup on the previous pitch. So Walker down looking, and that wraps up a 3-batter bottom of the first inning with Melendez matching Graceffo at the start. No score through 1 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Gordon Graceffo starts off the second inning. Cardinal right-hander fires the first one. It's a fastball. And it's strike 1 to Brian Arias. Arias hitting .219, 2 home runs, 26 runs batted in. Cleanup hitter in the lineup for Corpus Christi. And the 0-1 delivery. Poured right in for strike number 2. Now the umpires tonight, it's Mike Carroll back there with the balls and strikes. He is the crew chief. Steven Rios Jr. down at third. Chris Presley Murphy at first base. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Graceffo drops it in there. It's a 3-pitch strikeout to open the second frame. So a quick out. It keeps him empty for Shea Whitcomb. 2-0-2 batter, 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Even stance right side as Graceffo rocks back and fires home the first to Whitcomb. A check swing on a pitch down in the dirt, and Whitcomb goes around for strike 1. Whitcomb is 23 years old, a 5th-round pick in 2020 out of UC San Diego. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. Now Graceffo is coming off 6 really good innings in Midland back on June 8th. That was last Wednesday. He fires the 0-2 here. Sharp slider twisting down and away for ball number 1. Gordon made his double-A debut in game 1 of the Cardinals doubleheader in Tulsa. That was back on May 27th. And threw a 7-inning complete game to open up his first ever double-A outing. This fastball is just outside. Whitcomb's able to stop the swing and take ball 2. Graceffo 7 innings against that tough Driller lineup with 6 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and 4 Ks. Cardinals number 22 ranked prospect by MLB.com. The curve here, called strike 3. Graceffo sits another one down with the breaking ball. Back-to-back looking strikeouts opening up inning number 2. And that brings up the left-handed batter, Will Wagner. So 2 up and 2 down. There is, I think, something hooked to the wall in left field. Corpus Christi bullpen having to get something off the warning track, or I suppose it's just closing the gate fully. Good eyes by the umpire. Seeing the latch lifted up accidentally. So now the first pitch to Wagner is a slider, and it's swung at and missed. Strike 1. Wagner in his first 5 AA ball games hitting .125. 2 out of 16 with 2 runs batted in. Puts this on the ground to third. Backhanded by Walker. A little bobbly. Barehands it up. Fires to first, and it's wide of the bag. Wagner safe on the play. And that will be a fielding error charged to Jordan Walker. No extra damage done with the throw skipping away. It knocked off the tarp over there, but stayed in play. So Walker with the misstep on the ground ball hit by Wagner allows Gray Kessinger to get a chance here in the top of the second inning. No score at Hammons Field. Graceffo plants that right foot on the third base half of the rubber. Little glare over to left to first base rather, where Nunez holds the runner. And a fastball lasered across the inside half by Graceffo for strike 1. Well, Kessinger's hitting .164. He's got 5 home runs. 23 batted in. And the pitch to him. On the outside half with the heater from Graceffo, strike 2. This is the 51st game of the year for Kessinger, who calls for time and steps out of the batter's box. 24-year-old out of Oxford, Mississippi. A second-round pick out of Ole Miss. 0-2. Graceffo trying to put him away right here. The pitch. High fastball by Gordon. Kessinger laid off it for ball 1. One man on over at first base after the E5. Here's the 1-2. Put in the air to right field. Pushing back is Gomez towards the track. Moises, though, has a beat on it, and he plucks it out of the air with a backhanded grab. Tracked well by Gomez for the final piece of a scoreless top of the second. One hook left out there. And the Cardinals pick him up next in the bottom of the second on the Cardinals Baseball Network. I've got a beautiful Tuesday night for a little Cardinal baseball here at Hammons Field. No score through an inning and a half early on. Cards and Corpus Christi Hooks in game 1 of the 6-game set. Moises Gomez digs in for his first time, facing the right-hander Jaime Melendez. First pitch breaking ball gets the strike call. That one down the middle. And the count 0-1 for Gomez. Moises is batting .325. He had a great week in Midland as he takes this down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. 20 home runs for Gomez now. 47 runs batted in for the slugger. Also up to 14 doubles. Taking a fastball up and inside. And the count 2-1. Gomez on the week ended up going 9 for 22. 1-1, bins in. A good breaking pitch by Melendez for strike 2. Moises hit a home run, his 20th of the year. That was back on Thursday of last week in Midland. 3 runs batted in on the week. He had 4 doubles. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Melendez gets him with a good fastball. Coming right after the slugger, and able to start the second inning with a strikeout. So Gomez retired. There's one away. Chandler Redmond will dig in. Corpus angles the infield, playing Redmond to pull it out of that left-handed batter's box. And a fastball is outside for ball one. Chandler's hitting .230. He's got 8 home runs, 30 runs batted in. Second on the team in both homers and RBIs. As he takes on the outside edge, 1 ball and 1 strike. This is the 44th game of the year for the Columbia, South Carolina native. And he gets into this, a high pop fly, shallow right field though. Backpedaling from the infield is Whitcomb. He'll give way to Brewer from right, and the outfielder makes the catch. So Jordan Brewer puts that one away with Redmond just getting under it. 2 quick outs opening up the last of the second. Brings up the Cardinals center fielder Justin Turner for the first time today. Turner batting .231 with 4 RBIs. First pitch to him. Outside, a fastball missing for ball one. Jaime Melendez was able to work through that opening inning, throwing 17 pitches. 9 of them were outside of the strike zone. As Turner cuts over the top of a good off-speed pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike for the veteran left-handed hitter. And Melendez ended up being unscathed, though, by a relatively wilder inning than you would want, with less than 50% of your pitches getting strikes called, as he points this down and in for ball 2. And the 2-1 in there, a fastball at the knees, or rather a changeup, excuse me. So 2-2 for Turner. 18th game in Double-A ball this year for the Cal State Northridge product, who skies this to left field. It's carrying right out to where Diaz is set up, though. Now he's backpedaling a bit, but has enough room out there and left. So Jainer Diaz makes the catch on the Turner fly out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jaime Melendez, and it's a scoreless start through 2 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Top of the 3rd inning, Gordon Graceffo right back to work for the Cardinals. No score out of the gates here against the Corpus Christi Hooks. And the Cardinal righty gets to work here against Jordan Brewer. Right-handed swinging right fielder who takes a fastball down and away. 1 ball and nothing for Brewer. Jaime Melendez with really a good second inning for Corpus a moment ago. 1-2-3 inning, but also limiting the pitches he needed. Is a swing and a miss here on a good off-speed pitch by Graceffo. Evens the count for Brewer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brewer's batting .267. Another one of these recently called up Corpus Christi Hooks. Just his 4th game in Double-A ball, or 5th game, I should say. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and a good slider. Strike 2. Open stance right side for Brewer. Coming off an 0 for 4 on Sunday with 3 Ks. The 1-2 pitch. Powered foul out of play. Brewer fights it away. He's 24 years old, out of St. Joseph, Michigan. 3rd rounder in 2019, picked by the Astros out of the University of Michigan. Graceffo trying to get him here to open up the 3rd. The 1-2. High fastball taken by Brewer. 2-2. Well, there are not very many players on either side that is familiar with either team. Had a couple of mainstays in Midland, guys that were back from 2019. As this pitch is just down and away. Good breaking ball by Graceffo, almost enticing Brewer to go. But Oakland typically has a tendency to leave players at a certain level a little bit longer than most organizations. Corpus Christi generally has one of the younger teams in the league, as the 3-2 is rocketed to left field. That's a sharp single for Brewer, played quickly by Koperniak. But a base hit opens the 3rd inning. That's the 2nd hit of the day for Corpus Christi. The Hooks really are generally on the younger side of things, as are the Cardinals typically. So sort of a similar developmental approach as opposed to some teams more along the lines of Seattle and Arkansas, normally a veteran team. And Midland in the A system, typically a bunch of older guys or repeating levels for players as a breaking ball is down and away. Ball one to Edwin Diaz. That's ball one. Edwin Diaz is 26 years old, native of Puerto Rico, a rare minor league free agent signing for Houston. 1-0 is bounced to the left side. Wynn backhands in the hole, fires to second for one, on to first for two. 6-4-3 it goes. Another double play turned by Wynn and Dunn. This time Mason started it and Dunn finished it off. So 3 innings and 2 double plays turned by the Cardinals middle infield. Brewer erased on the bases. Diaz is out. To the top we go with Wilger Abreu back in. Left-handed batter. He takes a strike poured in by Graceffo. Walker plays a shallow third. Nunez guarding the line on the first base side against the left-handed batter Abreu. This pitch is in the dirt. So the count evens at a ball and a strike. Abreu hitting .240. He does have 9 home runs, 23 runs batted in. The 1-1. Taps softly right side. Dunn shoots to his right. He fields and he fires back to first base. Handled well by Nick Dunn. Another ground ball induced by Graceffo. And he is cruising through his third scoreless frame here to get us going tonight. Bottom of the third, there's no score on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Bottom of the third coming up. There's no score at Hammons Field. Cardinals and Hooks battling it out here in game 1. Malcolm Nunez leads off the frame against the right-hander Jaime Melendez. His first pitch bends in. Strike number 1. That one coming in at 83 miles per hour on our Radar Love speed pitch, brought to you by Nick Love at Prudential Advisors. Give Nick Love a call today at 417-889-9662. Swing and a miss by Nunez. 0-2 the count for Malcolm. Capped really a strong week in Midland with a 3-hit day on Sunday. As the pitch to him here is called strike 3. Melendez just coming right after these Cardinals with that fastball. And he's got his third strikeout. So Nunez retired. And the batter coming up is Pedro Pages. Pages set up on the right side, the Cardinal catcher. And he looks at the first one in for strike 1. Off-speed pitch by Melendez. Now the wind is blown out to left field. It's picked up a little bit, listed at 15 miles per hour. As a spinning slider nabs the outside edge to Pages right at the bottom of the strike zone. And really a good pitch by Melendez. Pedro calls for time, trying to slow down the righty a bit. Melendez got up to Double-A ball last year as he points this down and outside. 1-2. He went 0-1 through 3 outings with Corpus a season ago. 5.87 ERA. He was only 19 years old at the time. His 1-2 for Pages. Foul the right back. That one, I believe, catching the umpire. Melendez is coming off 5 scoreless innings in his last outing. That was on June 8th at home against San Antonio. Walked 1, he struck out 5 and allowed just 2 hits. Swing and a miss here for strike 3. So Melendez with another K, his 4th of the ball game. And he has yet to yield a base hit. He walked Mason Wynn, but then got him on a double play ball and has not allowed another Cardinal to reach since then. So the number 9 batter, Matt Koperniak, digs in. Left-handed swinging left fielder. Trying to figure out this righty Melendez, who misses outside with a fastball. 1-0 for Koperniak, the Adams, Massachusetts native. Melendez spins one on the inside half. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Jaime Melendez is the number 10 ranked prospect, or number 13, I should say, ranked prospect by MLB.com in the Houston system. Koperniak shoots this foul out of play. 1-2. And he is awfully young for this level, 20 years old. Similar to Mason Wynn and Jordan Walker, but, you know, as a starting pitcher, that can inflate the ERA if you have just kind of an off day or face a veteran lineup. As a breaking ball is inside. 2-2. Melendez fires again, and Koperniak fights it away. Well, Melendez signed at 17 years old, and since he's added 5 miles per hour to his fastball. Get it up to 92 to 95 miles per hour. Curveball and slider with a sinking change as well in the repertoire for this right-hander. 2-2 for Koperniak is skied to shallow center, sizing it up in left center now is Abreu. Ball carried okay, but Abreu plays a deep outfield, and he actually came in on it for the final piece of another 1-2-3 innings spun by Jaime Melendez. No score through the first third of this ballgame on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Cardinals back in the field, top of the 4th inning. There is no score. Gordon Graceffo and Jaime Melendez dueling back and forth. Graceffo back out there for the Cardinals. His second tour through the Corpus Christi lineup with Luke Berryhill, Jainer Diaz, and Brian Arias coming up. 2, 3, and 4. First pitch is down and outside to the right-handed swinging Berryhill. Bounced into the first double play turned by the Cardinals today back in that opening inning. The 1-0. Right on the outside edge. Good heater by Graceffo. Now the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Gordon put together one of the finest careers in recent Villanova program histories. This has popped up. First base side. Nunez charging into foul territory. Pages with a sliding try, but nobody can quite get there. And a reprieve for the batter Berryhill, as it will just be a foul ball. And a 1-2 count. Good try by Pedro Pages, sliding over from behind the plate. Graceffo was just named the Cardinals Minor League Pitcher of the Month for May, after he had won that award for April as well. First Cardinal pitcher to win back-to-back Pitcher of the Month awards in the St. Louis system since Austin Gomber did it. As this is down and away, 2-2. Gomber won it for August 2017 and April 2018. As Graceffo peers in. 2-2. Swinging a rocket to left field. Koperniak in the perfect spot, though, and he catches the whistling fly ball 104 off the bat. But a right to Matt Koperniak for the opening out. It's one of those tough fly balls coming right at you. Koperniak did a good job. He took a quick step in, a quick step back, and just had to reach up to his left. So Jainer Diaz is the batter. 1 down and nobody on for the number 3 hitter. Left fielder set up on the right side. Cardinals gonna bunch up the middle of the infield against him. And it's tapped to third on the first pitch. A quick pick by Walker, a throw on the run to first. Jordan gets it there in plenty of time. Nicely done by Walker, coming in on a tapper by Diaz. 2 quick outs in the inning. But Graceffo, so winning the back-to-back Pitcher of the Month awards for the Cardinals, first since Austin Gomber did it, but Gomber's bridged 2 seasons, 2017 and 18, August and April respectively. The last pitcher to win back-to-back Pitcher of the Month awards for St. Louis in the same season was Bud Smith in July and August of 2000. It's been 22 years as a fastball is lasered in for strike one. You think about all the great pitchers that have come through the system since then. I mean, just in the last 5 years, Jack Flaherty, Dakota Hudson, Ryan Helsley, swing and a miss, strike number 2. And really an incredible feat when you think about it. 22 years since a Cardinal minor leaguer won their back-to-back Pitcher of the Month awards in the same season. 0-2 here. Swing and a miss on the slider by Graceffo. His third K wraps up the scoreless 4th inning. Gordon with another 1-2-3 frame out there. We're tied at 0. Cardinals trying to change that in the bottom of the 4th next on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Top of the Cardinal lineup coming up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mason Wynn leads off against the righty Jaime Melendez. Gordon Graceffo cruising right along for Springfield. He's through 4 innings on 43 pitches. Melendez is first here to win. Bins outside, a breaker. Ball number 1 for the Cardinal shortstop. Mason worked a walk to open the bottom of the 1st inning, and he is the only Cardinal to reach base as he's buzzed by a fastball up and in here. And the count goes to 2-0 for Wynn. Melendez got Wynn then in a double play. So this right-hander has faced the minimum through his first 3 innings. Still having yet to give up a hit to the Cardinals lineup as he hits on the outside edge with a good slider. 2-1. Wynn in the slightly open stance, right side. Takes a look at an off-speed pitch on that outside half. 2-2. Mason has gotten off to such an electric start here in Double-A ball. 3 home runs, 8 doubles in 17 games. As he pops this up, right side of the infield. Coming in from first base is Arias. And he snags it with a backhanded catch just to the right of the pitcher's mound. So a pop out retires Wynn for the first time, at least for the first time from the batter's box. And the batter coming up is Nick Dunn. Well, time for a St. Louis Cardinals update, and really it's a Paul Goldschmidt update at this point. Brought to you by Caleb Cash-Tao with RE/MAX. Terrific RE/MAX agent, terrific on-field host. He's actually here tonight. So if you're tuning in at the ballpark, say hey to Cash. As a fastball is outside, ball 1 to Dunn. But Goldie hit another home run, so he's got 2 home runs in Game 2 of the doubleheader. He hit one in the Game 1 win for St. Louis earlier today. This is outside and low, 2-0. So Paul Goldschmidt has 3 home runs today, and they're only in the 2nd inning of Game 2 against the Pirates. It is 7-0 currently. This one has the outside edge to Dunn, 2-1 in the count. The Cardinals won Game 1 3-1 with Paul Goldschmidt hitting his 14th home run. Dunn gets into this to right field. A sharp single for Nick. So it's a 1-out base hit for Dunn, and the Cardinals have their first hit of the ball game. Hit number 35 on the year for Nick. Puts a man on for Jordan Walker. And it also extends Dunn's hitting streak now to 6 straight ball games, as he just keeps swinging a really good bat. So Dunn's on at first. He's held by Arias. The batter is Walker. The pitch is on the outside edge. Good off-speed pitch by Melendez. Jordan's batting .314, 6 home runs, 25 RBIs. Melendez deals a breaking ball down and away. A ball and a strike for Walker. Jordan's been in a really good groove. I mean, really all season. But he's been on base in 12 of his last 13 as he leans out of the way of a pitch up and in. 2-1. Jordan has hit 300 or better in every game since he started hitting 300, which was about 6 games into the season. As the 2-1 is powered down the right field side, twisting towards the corner into the Cardinals bullpen. It goes out of play. A foul ball for Walker. And it is 2-2 for Jordan, just out of the attempt of the right fielder Brewer. But Walker, since he started hitting 300 about 8 games into the year, has had his batting average at 300 or better in all but 2 days. May 27th and 28th in Tulsa, dipped to like 297. Then he promptly got it right back above 300, and it has been well above 300 ever since. A team leading 16 doubles on the year for Jordan Walker. Trying to strike right here with Dunn at first base. The 2-2. Rip foul. Right by the Cardinal hitting coach, Tiger Peterson, coaching first base. So it'll hold it 2-2 for Walker. Well, to finish up our St. Louis Cardinals update, so it's 7-0 right now in Game 2 of the doubleheader against Pittsburgh as they try to double up the Pirates today. All of our updates with St. Louis brought to you by Caleb Cash Towel with Remax. Pitch to Walker, bounces in the dirt here. Dunn, though, will stay put at first base. The catcher, Luke Berryhill, blocking that ball well enough, tracking it down quickly. And so the full count for Walker, 3-2. You can learn all about Caleb Tao, though, with Remax at BeBetterAgent.com, BeBetterAgent.com. Payoff pitch. Tap down the third base side, foul. Be another 3-2 coming for Walker. Jordan in Midland ended up going 5 out of 19 on the week with a double. He's also added, last week he added 2 steals. He's up to 14 stolen bases on the year, most on the club. Dunn takes off on this pitch, and it's down and away. Ball number 4, taken by Walker. So Nick will take second on the free pass. No steal on the play. Walker joins him on with the walk. And the Cardinals are set up here with 2 men on for Big Moises Gomez. Now the walk, of course, brought to you by Red Wing Shoes. Wherever your feet take you, visit Red Wing Shoes at 1707 South Campbell for a full line of Red Wing work boots, Irish Setter work and hunt boots, and Heritage Classic handcrafted footwear for men and women. Gomez steps in on the right side. 23-year-old out of Caracas, Venezuela. Batting .323. The pitch. Inside, he scoots out of the way of a fastball for ball 1. Gomez, in his last 11 ball games, has hit safely in 8 of them, batting .347. 3 home runs and 6 doubles with 10 RBIs. He had a couple doubles in Midland that would have been no doubt home runs at Hammons Field. Depending on where you hit it down in Midland, you can really find some deep dimensions in that stadium. There's the 1-0 here. Skied to shallow right field. A late break in for Brewer. He's got to turn the Jets on, and he's able to reach in and reel it in with a basket grab. That ball almost dropped in shallow right. Now the Cardinals would have been in trouble on the bases had that been the case, with Dunn and Walker understandably touching up the entire way. And so Brewer likely would have been able to retire someone on the bases. Instead, he puts away the pop fly just in time. So Dunn at second, Walker at first, both run well. The batter is Chandler Redmond with 2 away. And the first one is outside for ball 1. Well, talking about good weeks out in Midland, Redmond heated back up in a hurry. He ended up going 4 out of 10 with a home run, 4 runs batted in. As he takes a twisting breaking ball in the dirt. This time the Cardinals will move up on it. Dunn to third, Walker to second. Each advancing 90 feet on a wild pitch by Melendez. So both Cardinals in scoring position, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. in a scoreless ball game at Hammons Field. They play Redmond to pull it on the right side. The pitch to him. In at the knees. Melendez with a strike pegged in there. 2-1. Redmond is 0 for 1 today. Popped it into shallow right field. Was back in inning number 2. The 2-1 pitch. Down and in. Blocked by Berryhill well enough again as it trickled to his right, but nowhere near far enough away for Dunn to try to make a break home on it. It is a hitter's count, though, for Redmond at 3-1. The wind blowing out to left field at Hammons Field. That American flag whipping in that direction from the right center field grass berm. Here's the 3-1. A fastball right down the pipe, strike 2. Now Melendez has been attacking with that heater when his back's been against the wall tonight, and it's worked out for the righty. Cardinals just got their first hit against him on the Dunn base hit. 3-2. Redmond fouls it right back into the screen. So that'll hold it at a full count, 3-2. Redmond, one of the most prolific sluggers in Gardner-Webb University history. He set their all-time home run record and their single season record as well. He was named the 2019 Big South Conference Player of the Year. Hit 18 home runs that year. 3-2. Tails down and in. A good take by Redmond. It's ball 4 and another Red Wing Shoes walk. That loads him up here with 2 down for Justin Turner. And the catcher Berryhill will bring the ball back out to the mound for a mound visit. The Hooks pitching coach Thomas Whitsett joins the conversation as well. If you couldn't make it out tonight, join us tomorrow. It's a Purina Wolf Wednesday here at Hammons Field. 6:35 start time. Gates at 5:35. That's when the happy half hour kicks off with those drink specials for the first 30 minutes after gates open on all adult beverages for fans 21 and up. You can bring your dog down to the stadium tomorrow. We'll have plenty of water available for the pups. So the conversation wraps up here. Justin Turner will dig in. Cardinals with 3 on. Dunn at third, Walker at second, Redmond at first. 2 away in the frame. Melendez trying to escape. The pitch. Outside to Turner for ball 1. Now the Cardinals always have that patient approach. That was evident in Midland. They had the Saturday 8-1 win in which they worked 9 walks, 4 of them with the bases loaded. The pitch to Turner checks in low for ball 2. Turner's always a tough out anyway. 15 walks in 17 games. .429 on base percentage for the 25-year-old. He's batting .231 with 4 runs batted in. 2-0 delivery from Melendez. Outside and low, ball 3, and Turner's in control of the count at 3-0. They've got the right side of the infield pushed back deep. The outfield playing back as well. Base is loaded, 2 down. Here comes the 3-0. Right down the middle. A good fastball by Melendez when he needed it most. So still a good hitter's count here, 3-1. Turner back in, the bat just off the back shoulder. And the pitch. Skied foul right back up against the production level. So the count full for Turner, and boy, Melendez with a couple of good fastballs to dig out of a 3-0 hole with the bases full. Turner will get time granted to him by the home plate umpire Mike Carroll, so a quick pause. As Justin sets himself back up, even stance. Back foot planted on the back line of the left-handed batter's box. Runners are going to go. They take off. 3-2. Pulled to the right side. A backhanded try by Arias. He knocks it down. Flips to first. Turner dives, and they call him out at first base. Justin Turner doing everything he could to beat that play out. But the first base umpire, Chris Presley Murphy, says no. Boy, a heck of a play by Arias, sticking with that tough grounder by Turner as well. 3-1 put out on the play. Cardinals strand 3, and we're scoreless through 4 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. So Springfield strands 3, and we stay scoreless. Good escape work by Melendez, the Hooks right-hander. It's the Cardinals right-hander, Gordon Graceffo, back to work. Shea Whitcomb starts off the inning and takes a fastball down and away. Graceffo has navigated through 4 scoreless innings on a grand total of 43 pitches. He has been incredibly efficient through this game as the 1-0 pitch. Tapped down to the foot of Whitcomb. Foul ball for strike 1 as it rolls back to the screen. Graceffo got Whitcomb on a looking strikeout in the second. Went to the breaking ball for the put away, and Whitcomb just walked back with his head down. 1-1 here. Swing and a miss. Good slider for strike 2. Whitcomb is batting .202, 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Graceffo with that step back into the delivery. A fastball just a hair high, perhaps. And so the count evens at 2-2. Gordon's got kind of that classic motion, stepping back initially from the rubber with that left foot before whipping it back across into the kick. This is fouled back. You don't see that too much anymore. Pitchers typically just go right into the kick, or they just pitch from the stretch even. Graceffo kind of winds himself up, stepping back and then clearing that leg up in front of him into the kick and exploding forward from there. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3, and now it's Whitcomb that's unhappy. So Graceffo gets him looking for the second time in this game. And I don't know if I blame Whitcomb entirely. That pitch looked a little perhaps down and away, but he also probably struck out a couple pitches ago. So it sort of evens out. 1 down, nobody on. Will Wagner, the batter. Left-handed hitter. He breached on the error in the second. And the first pitch curve cuts in there. Strike number 1. 77, I should say, on the Radar Love speed pitch by Nick Love with Prudential Advisors. 0-1 is that same breaking ball. This time the check swing, though, holds up, and he doesn't go. And the curve cut a little bit low. One and one from the righty. A fastball this time. He does go. The home plate umpire makes that call himself. Wagner unable to hold up on the high heater from Graceffo. Will Wagner, son of Astros Hall of Fame closer Billy Wagner. Here's the 1-2. The changeup that's just outside. Didn't miss by much. 2-2 though. Will Wagner is William James Wagner. Billy Wagner was William Edward Wagner. 2-2. Chopper to first base. Nunez with a good pick right on the surface of the infield, and he'll stomp on the bag himself. 3 unassisted put out, taken care of well by Malcolm Nunez. Wagner retired, and they're 2 down in the 5th. Well, talking about some of the upcoming fun, we told you about Purina Wolf Wednesday tomorrow. Then come on out Thursday, June 16th. It's our next big giveaway here at Hammons Field. St. Louis Cardinals Yadier Molina and Adam Wainwright mystery championship replica ring giveaway for 2,000 fans. As the first pitch to Gray Kessinger, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball, strike one. Thursday also, of course, is a Thirsty Thursday with the drink specials on all adult beverages for fans 21 and up all game long. 0-1 pitch, ripped at and missed. Another sharp slider by Graceffo for strike two. And we'll be playing some Missouri Lottery baseball bingo on Thursday. Gates will open at 6:05. That's a 7:05 first pitch. Should be a great night. Graceffo looking for the put away here. 2 down and nobody on. The 0-2. Bouncing in front of the plate. Stopping the swing in plenty of time was the right-handed shortstop Kessinger. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly out to right field. Hit the ball really pretty well, though. Back in the second inning, it pushed Gomez back right in front of the warning track. 1-2 count. Graceffo will try again. He fires, and it's tapped foul. Fighting away a fastball was Kessinger. Friday, June 17th, it's going to be a huge night here at the ballpark. It's our Marvel Defenders of the Diamond night. So if you're into Marvel, into the Avengers, come on out. Cardinals are going to be wearing Iron Man specialty uniforms. We'll have superpower fans on field fireworks after the ball game. And before the game, we're encouraging everybody to dress up like your favorite Marvel superhero and join us in a pregame parade around the warning track. The 1-2 from Graceffo. Tap foul down to the foot again of Kessinger. 7:05 first pitch on Friday for Marvel Defenders of the Diamond night. Gates open at 6:05. Check-in for the pregame parade is by 6:30 on the right field patio. So going to be a lot of fun. Cardinals dressing up like Iron Man. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Graceffo gets him with the slider. And it's strikeout number 5 for the Cardinal righty, wrapping up his 5th scoreless inning tonight. No score through 4.5 frames on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Now we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, which means we're officially halfway home in this ball game. If you ever find yourself halfway home with car problems, there's only one company to call. That's Henry's Towing. First pitch to Malcolm Nunez, down and away, ball 1. For 50 years, Henry's Towing has been helping people with tows and jumps to get you the rest of the way home. So if you need to get home, let Henry do it. 1-0 count for Malcolm Nunez, leading off the last of the 5th. He takes a breaking pitch up and in. 2-0 from Jaime Melendez, who has been outstanding really for his 2nd straight outing. He threw 5 scoreless innings against San Antonio last week. Big rip and a miss by Nunez here, 2-1. Melendez attempting to polish off a 5th scoreless inning here tonight. Cardinals have different plans here for the bottom of the 5th with Nunez, Pages, and Koperniak. 2-1 pitch. Malcolm cranks it out to deep left field. That one's sailing away back there, and it's headed past the berm. A towering solo home run for Malcolm Nunez. And the Cardinals strike first here in the 5th inning. It's 1-0. What a shot that was by the 21-year-old, clearing the berm in left field. 435 feet. And an absolute blast by Malcolm, who had a terrific week last week in Midland. And he carries that right into this homestand. Home run number 6, RBI number 30. And here's Pedro Pages. Fastball poured in for strike 1. A buzz at Hammons Field after that big fly by Malcolm. Breaking pitch down and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pedro is 0 for 1 today. He's batting .237, 6 homers, 28 runs batted in. 42nd game for the Cardinal catcher. Rips through a good slider, 1-2. Pages will call for time, slowing down Melendez a little bit out there. And the Corpus righty fires, bending it down and away. So 2-2 the count for Pages. The Hooks have their outfield playing way back. The wind is blowing out, but that's about as deep of a center field as anybody will play. Swing and a miss here. So a strikeout with Melendez bringing that fastball up high. So strikeout number 5 for the Corpus right-hander. And that looks like it's going to be all for him. But Wilger Abreu has been playing really deep all game long, electing to try to come in on fly balls instead of have to go out. Well, going out to the mound is the skipper, Gregorio Petit. He will take the ball from Jaime Melendez, who put in another really good outing for the Hooks, the 20-year-old. But Malcolm Nunez touches him up with a Volt Credit Union home run for good here in the bottom of the 5th inning, which of course means that our friends at Volt Credit Union make a donation to the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. They do that every time the Cardinals go yard here at Hammons Field. Quick pitching change break. It's 1-0 Cards. We'll be right back in the 5th on the Cardinals Baseball Network. 26-year-old out of Lubbock, Texas. Played his college ball at Lubbock Christian. Astros nabbed him in the 26th round in 2019. So the right-hander set. He'll take on Matt Koperniak here. 1 away and nobody on. Koperniak on the left side. Mason Wynn is on deck. And Koperniak scorches the first one right inside the first baseline. Gloved up by Arias, who then has to win the foot race. And he just does beat Koperniak to the bag. Well done by Arias on a hard hit ground ball by Matt Koperniak. 2 down and nobody on. The batter Mason Wynn. 12th outing for Casey this year. He's 1-0, 4.58 ERA. First pitch for Wynn, angles down and away, ball 1. They play Mason shallow at both corners. Middle infield is back. Standard depth and alignment. The 1-0. Wynn looks at it at the kneecaps, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Mason out of Kingwood, Texas, in the Houston area. 2nd round pick right out of high school in 2020. And the pitch to him. Bends away for ball 2. If you haven't gotten out to see Mason Wynn play shortstop yet, you've got to come out. He made a couple of incredible throws on Sunday out in Midland. This is put in the air, popped up, foul side of third. Giving it a look is Wagner towards the sidewall, and he's got just enough room to make a nice backhanded grab. So they get Wynn on a foul pop out. That wraps up the bottom of the 5th inning. But the Cardinals strike with the Malcolm Nunez blast. It's 1-0 Springfield through 5. Gordon Graceffo back to work, top of the 6th inning. Cardinals with a lead for the first time in this ball game. It's 1-0 Springfield. Jordan Brewer leads off and takes a fastball from the Cardinal righty down and away. Well, it's Brewer, Diaz, and Abreu. Should say Edwin Diaz. There are 2 Diazes in the lineup. Swing and a miss. Good slider by Graceffo. It's 1-1. 8-9-1 here for the Hooks. Brewer has one of the 2 hits against Graceffo today on a sharp single to left field back in the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike, and it's a chopper to third. A nice glove by Walker. He scoops it up and he fires it over. 5-3 they get Brewer. 1 down to open up the 6th. Graceffo is up to 5 strikeouts in this game. That's the most he's had in a Double-A ball game. Struck out a career-high 9 batters, though, in back-to-back outings in High A. On April 21st, that was against Cedar Rapids, then April 27th against Wisconsin. First pitch for Edwin Diaz, a low fastball, ball 1. Graceffo went 5+ innings in all 8 starts with Peoria. right along the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next bounces in front of home plate for ball 2. Graceffo was 5th in NCAA D1 in 2021, his last year at Villanova, with a 1.54 ERA, and he ranked 25th with a whip of 0.96. Think about some of the scores we've seen in college baseball recently. Makes those numbers all the more impressive as the 2-1 is ripped on a line left field. Koperniak cuts to his right and pulls it in right in front of his chest. Tracked well by Koperniak. A sharp fly out for Diaz. And 2 down here in the 6th inning. So back to the top of the lineup. 3rd tour through for the Hooks. And Wilger Abreu leads off. Or comes up with 2 down. He's the leadoff hitter. Open stance left side. Little flick of the bat over the shoulder. Graceffo starts him with a curve and he bends it right on the backdoor edge. Now when it's 78 miles per hour out of the right hand. Abreu is 1 for 2. 0-1. Tap foul over by the Corpus dugout. So quickly 0-2. Abreu is down. 2 down and nobody on. 1-0 Cardinal lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Graceffo settles on the signs. Here's the 0-2. Looped into shallow right field. Here comes Gomez reaching out and reeling it in. Moises Gomez gets there just in time with a backhanded snag. Taking away what would have been a soft single for Abreu, and instead wrapping up another 1-2-3 inning for Gordon Graceffo. 5.5 innings in, it's 1-0 Cards on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Now we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here on this Tuesday night, kicking off the homestand, and just heard a promo for treating Dad. Cardinals just announced today a Father's Day buy one get one special, where you can bring your dad to the ballpark on Sunday, June 19th for the 1:35 game, and he gets a free ticket. All you have to do is enter the promo code DAD. That's the coupon code. You enter that when you purchase your tickets online at SpringfieldCardinals.com, and you can get a buy one, get one ticket for any lower bowl section this Sunday, Father's Day, as we celebrate the dads of Cardinals Nation with a BOGO offer. Nick Dunn is the left-handed hitter. Heart of the Cardinal lineup looking to add on. They're up 1-0. The new righty is Adrian Chaidez, taking over for Corpus Christi out there. And his first pitch is whistled to left field. A hard hit fly ball by Dunn, but run down nicely by Diaz towards the corner. So Nick put a charge into it, but he comes up with nothing. And 1 pitch from Chaidez has the first out in the inning. Jordan Walker will dig in against the right-hander. Chaidez is out of Southgate, California, 23 years old. Walker fouls the first pitch right back into the screen. Chaidez was just drafted in 2021, 15th rounder out of UCLA. He kicks and fires the 0-1. Walker with a hard chopper to third. Backhanded on the move by Wagner, and the third baseman slings it across to retire his counterpart. 5-3 put out of Walker for out number 2. So a good start for Chaidez here. 2 quick outs as he'll navigate to Moises Gomez. This is the 7th appearance for Chaidez. 3 starts. He's 2-0 with a 7.52 ERA in Double-A ball. 20 1/3 innings, 22 hits, 18 runs, 17 earned. 17 walks, 17 strikeouts. And a sharp slider staying high to Gomez for ball 1. Chaidez wears eyeglasses out there. I always appreciate that. 1-0 for Moises. Pop foul back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardinals ahead 1-0 on the Nunez home run from the 5th inning. Kicking the pitch is pulled down the left field line and touches down just fair. Looping it into the corner is Gomez, who goes standing into second with a 2-out double. Double number 15 on the year for Moises Gomez. Just able to kind of guide that down the left field line over the leaping third baseman Wagner. Dropped it in about a foot to the fair side of the line, and then it rolled all the way back into the corner. So Gomez follows a 4-double week last week in Midland with a 2-base hit right out of the gates this week. That keeps the inning going for Chandler Redmond. Redmond on the left side, 0 for 1 so far with a walk. Here's the pitch. Down and away, trickles away from the catcher, but Moises will stay at second. 1-0 though for Redmond. A big opportunity for Springfield to try to collect a 2-out RBI and double the advantage here in the 6th inning. 1-0. Redmond back in on the left side, even stance. The pitch. Whips in there. Ooh, maybe a little bit low. Looked like a pretty good slider by Chaidez, but that right arm never raised. And the Cardinals will certainly take it. 2-0. Arias guards the line at first base. The 2-0. Down and in, a fastball missing for ball number 3. Well, the game coming up this week that we haven't told you about yet. Saturday, it is the St. Louis Cardinals Mike Shannon bobblehead giveaway for 2,000 fans. We celebrate the Hall of Fame voice of the St. Louis Cardinals. Here comes the 3-0. Redmond takes it outside, ball 4. So Chandler with another walk. He's been walking left and right over the past 7 days or so as he fills up first base and keeps the inning going for Justin Turner. Redmond had 3 of the Cardinals' 9 walks back in the Saturday win, including one of the 4 that came with the bases loaded. He walks here to extend the inning. So Gomez at second, Redmond at first. Justin Turner set up on the left side. The pitch. Outside, a tailing change by Adrian Chaidez, the right-hander, in his first inning of work. 1-0 for Turner. Chaidez working out of the stretch. The pitch. A fastball skied high, center field. Sizing it up is Abreu. He's there, and he puts it away. So Turner just missing the mark on a towering pop fly. But it is caught by his counterpart out there, and the Cardinals leave a pair in a scoreless bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 though, Springfield ahead as we go to the 7th on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Safe, effective, and trusted, Pure and Clean knocks germs right out of the park. With a powerful cleansing solution that's non-toxic, non-allergenic, and scent-free, Pure and Clean's mission since 2015 has been to help people live healthier lives in an increasingly contaminated world. It's the only cleanser I use whether I'm here at home or out on the road. Founded and headquartered in the Ozarks, Pure and Clean is a local company making a global impact. So order your Pure and Clean products right now at www.pureandclean.us. 1-0 Cardinals, top of the 7th inning. Gordon Graceffo right back to work. This inning, he faces the heart of the lineup for Corpus Christi. And the Frames' first pitch to Luke Berryhill, just a touch low for ball 1. Berryhill, Diaz, Yainer Diaz that is, and Brian Arias facing Graceffo for the 3rd time each. The righty deals. Tailing a slider a little bit low for ball 2. Cardinal line is 1-3-1. The Hooks are at 0-2-0. Opening game of the 6-game series. 2-0 from Gordon. A fastball right in there for strike one. Springfield will head down to Corpus Christi in August. Only trip down to Whataburger Field in the regular season this year. As the 2-1 is low with a breaking pitch, 3-1. This week is the only series for Corpus here in Springfield during the regular season. So it'll be a 12-game season series. 3-1 delivery from Graceffo. It's ripped back up the middle. Base hit for Berryhill. He's on with a sharp single to open up the inning. But prior to that base hit, Graceffo had faced just one over the minimum, erasing the two singles he'd allowed with double plays. And the only exception, the only base runner that was stranded was in the second. He reached on an error. So Berryhill with what Corpus hopes is a breakthrough base hit here, opening up the seventh. Jainer Diaz is in the right-handed batter's box, and the first one to him cuts on the inside edge with that big curve. Diaz has twice grounded out to Jordan Walker at third base. Walker on his toes, a step shallow at third, the middle infield in double play depth. And the pitch. Bins down and away, the sharper slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. Malcolm Nunez holds on Berryhill at first base. Diaz has had a really good year this year. He's batting .319, 7 home runs, 46 runs batted in. Graceffo spins and fires to first, but back diving is the runner Berryhill. One ball, 1 strike. Graceffo out of the stretch. And a swing and a miss. A quick throw down to first by Pages, and they call him out at the bag. Pedro Pages picks off the runner Berryhill, who's still standing at first in disbelief. Pages with that back pick maneuver, catching a fastball that was ripped at and missed, and whipping a throw behind Berryhill. The Corpus Christi manager, Gregorio Petit, with a couple words of guidance for the first base umpire. But a heck of a throw by Pedro Pages. The pickoff 2-3. So nobody on, 1 away now. Jainer Diaz back in. He's down in the count, 1-2. Graceffo delivers. Just outside with a fastball, 2-2. Diaz came over from Cleveland, and the deal that sent Miles Straw, former Corpus Christi Hook, over to the Guardians. This ball down and away. So a full count for Jainer Diaz. You can find his name scattered among the league leaders list in multiple categories this year. 9th best batting average to start the day at .319. 3rd most RBIs in the league with 46 of them. 3-2. Tap foul, fighting off a good Graceffo breaking ball. Diaz, in fact, at day's beginning, only trailed Michael Massey in Northwest Arkansas and Moises Gomez of the Cardinals, of course. Massey with a league best 48 runs batted in. Moises right behind him at 47. And this batter Diaz with 46. Swing and a miss here, though. Graceffo gets him with a fastball. And it's strikeout number 6 for Gordon Graceffo. 2 down in the 7th. Graceffo trying to polish off a 7th inning for the 2nd time in his first 4 starts. That is a career high for Graceffo. He set that in his Double-A debut back in late May in Tulsa. Brian Arias, the batter, right-handed hitter. And the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike number 1 on the slider. Arias has gone down on strikeouts in both at bats so far. Cardinals do get Grant Black warming in the Ozark Fence and Supply Company home bullpen. The 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Arias had 2 hits on Sunday. That got the batting average up to .219. 2 home runs, 26 runs batted in. 1-1. Swing and a miss. The slider again, and it's strike 2. Arias taking a moment, calling for time. He'll set himself back up. Leans in over the inside corner. Graceffo rocks back and fires home. And it's fouled away. A fastball spoiled by the right-handed hitter. Arias is 25 years old. He's out of San Antonio. He played his college ball at UT San Antonio down there, a 28th rounder in 2019. Graceffo trying to bury him here. The 1-2. Fastball just a little bit high or outside. Not either one by very much, but a near miss for Graceffo that evens the count at 2-2. Straight away on the infield and outfield. Graceffo fires the next. It's tapped to the left side. Walker Fields moving to his left, and he fires it across in time. It's another 3-batter inning for Gordon Graceffo, who's faced just 1 over the minimum in 7 scoreless innings. Outstanding work by the Cardinal right-hander. It's time to stretch at Hammons Field. It's 1-0 Springfield on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Malcolm Nunez leads off the bottom of the 7th inning and checks his swing on a first pitch breaking ball by Adrian Chaidez. Ball number 1. Nunez did not go. 1-0 Cardinals here at Hammons Field, thanks to this batter, Malcolm Nunez, who slugged a home run in the 5th inning. Looks at a fastball at the kneecaps this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Malcolm hit it 435 feet over the berm in left center field his last time up. The 1-1. Skied a mile high on the infield. Left side, the third baseman will give way to the catcher, Berryhill, who puts it away. So Berryhill on the foul side of the third baseline, about midway down the foul line, with really a tougher play than it would have been for Wagner, but Wagner yielding to Berryhill, and the catch made by the catcher. So Nunez retired to open up the inning. Second full inning for the righty Chaidez out there. And the batter is Pedro Pages. 1 down, nobody on. 1-run lead for Springfield. And an angling breaking ball taken for a strike by Pages. Well, Grant Black continues to throw in the Cardinals bullpen, so the day likely done for Gordon Graceffo. As a slider's in there, strike 2. For the most dominant of the first 4 AA starts for Graceffo so far, and that's saying a lot because, I mean, he has been outstanding so far. But he has faced 1 over the minimum in 7 scoreless innings, matching a career high for longest professional outing for the right-hander. Fastball is looped foul into the right field seats. Knocking up into the price cutter terrace. So it'll stay 0-2 for Pages. You know the Cardinals would love to add on here in the 7th. 0-2. Looped into shallow left field this time. Charging in for it and getting there with the grab is Diaz. That ball hanging up just a little bit too long off the bat of Pedro Pages. And there are 2 down. Matt Koperniak coming up. Tomorrow night, 6:35 start time. We'll have it all for you, of course, right here on ESPN Radio, The Jock, 96.9, 99.9. 1060 AM as well as MILB TV. First one for Koperniak, hammered on a line, deep right field, sailing back to the wall, and it's gone! A solo home run, putting a dent in the clubhouse out there. Matt Koperniak doubles the lead, 2-0. But that ball was smoked at 108 miles per hour. A line shot right over the Central Bank side. Never got too high off the ground, but it didn't have to. Pelting it off the Mediacom Extreme sign that hangs on the Cardinals clubhouse. Another Volt Credit Union home run for good. Here's Mason Wynn. He takes up and inside for ball one. Every time the Cardinals go yard at Hammons Field, Volt Credit Union makes a donation to the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools. As the breaking pitch finds the outside edge, 1-1. You can learn more and revolt against banking as usual at voltcu.org. 1-1 for a win. Foul tip by the Cardinal shortstop. He's down 1-2. So a solo shot by Koperniak, number 6 on the year for the Cardinal outfielder. 24th run batted in. Here's the 1-2. Down and away, 2-2 for Wynn. They play him just about straight away. Shallow at first base, the only exception. Arias even with the bag off the line. Here comes the 2-2. That's hit well to center field in the air, carrying right to Abreu, however, who plays that deep center. And it's been working out for him as he came in on a hard hit fly ball. So the catch made by Abreu wraps up the bottom of the 7th, but Koperniak goes yard. A solo home run to make it 2-0 Cardinals as we go to the 8th on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Cardinals lead it 2-0. Grant Black is on for the top of the 8th inning. Corpus Christi batting. Shea Whitcomb is the first man to face Black, the hard-throwing right-hander out of Newport, Arkansas. How about 7 innings for Gordon Graceffo? 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts as this pitch hits Whitcomb in the side, so he'll trot down to first base. Graceffo faced 1 over the minimum in 7 shutout innings. Just sheer dominance by the Cranford, New Jersey native. And just his 4th outing in Double-A ball. And Gordon lowers that Double-A ERA to 2.78. So one man on here, Will Wagner, the batter. And the breaking pitch by Black, tails a little low for ball 1. Grant, number 15 out there, 6'5", 230. 27-year-old veteran. Kicks and fires a fastball up and away. 2-0 for Wagner. Cardinals play him to pull it out of the left-handed batter's box. They're also primed to try to turn 2 on a ground ball. Runner goes on the pitch, and it's fouled right back into the screen. So 2-1 count. Back to first base goes Whitcomb. Whitcomb has been perfect so far stealing bags. 5 for 5 this year. The 2-1. A changeup, grounded softly to the right side. Dunn backhands, looks at second, but throws to first, his only play. So a 4-3 ground out. It is productive off the bat of Wagner. Not hitting that ball hard enough to really give Dunn any chance at realistically making a play towards second. So that brings up the shortstop, Gray Kessinger, to face Grant Black for the first time. 19th appearance for Black. 2-3 record, a 3.04 ERA. Newly sporting the handlebar mustache out there. At the high striped red socks pulled up over the white pant legs. Walker guards the third baseline against Kessinger. The pitch is yanked to short. A diving grab by Wynn. He flips to second and he got him. Mason Wynn with a terrific play. A double play turned by the 20-year-old. Diving to his left to catch the line drive. Popping up, backhanding the ball to the covering Dunn at second. And doubling up Whitcomb off the bag. What a play by Mason Wynn. 7.5 innings in. Cardinals lead it 2-0 on the Cardinals Baseball Network. Mason Wynn with a jaw-dropping double play turned a moment ago. Diving catch, doubling off the runner from second, sending us to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals lead it 2-0. Nick Dunn is the batter. Right-hander Adrian Chaidez back to work for his third inning. And his first one to Dunn is ripped at and missed for a strike. It'll be Dunn, Walker, and Gomez here in this bottom of the 8th. Cardinals would love to stretch the lead open a little further before they turn to Freddie Pacheco to try to slam the door in the 9th. Here's a bouncer hit sharply to third, right to Wagner, who was in the perfect spot. And a strike across the diamond gets Dunn 5-3. So one down here, nobody on for Walker. Jordan makes his way in to the right-handed side. 0 for 2 with a walk today. Chaidez kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Fastball moving in at 95 miles per hour from Adrian Chaidez. The righty deals the 0-1, bending a breaking ball outside. So 1-1 for Walker. Outfield all pushed back deep. They play him to pull it on the infield out of that right-handed batter's box. And the pitch is tapped foul by Walker. A good breaking ball from Chaidez. Now the Cardinals have struck on a pair of solo home runs in this game. Malcolm Nunez hit his in the 5th. Matt Koperniak added his in the 7th. Here comes the 1-2. A fastball called strike 3 on the outside edge. Jordan shaking his head, maybe thinking down and away, but called out on strikes. So that is the first strikeout for Chaidez. And the batter is Moises Gomez coming up. Gomez doubled in a 2-out rally attempt in the 6th inning. First one to him here. Fastball skied high, deep left field. Back is Diaz at the wall. He looks up and it's gone. A solo home run from Moises Gomez. Number 21 on the year for the slugger. And it's 3-0 Springfield. Like Gomez hit that ball a mile high. Skipped it off the manual scoreboard out there, and it bounced back into left field. 21st home run, 48th RBI. 3-0 Springfield, and the first one to Chandler Redmond. Bins a little low for ball 1. A 2-out solo home run for Moises Gomez. They play Redmond to pull it. The 1-0. High fastball. And the count 2-0. That's another Volt Credit Union home run for good. Our third one of the night. Volt Credit Union makes a donation to the Foundation for Springfield Public Schools every time the Cardinals hit one out here at Hammonds Field. Redmond trying to get another donation with that swing. It's 2-1 though. You can learn more about our friends at Volt Credit Union and revolt against banking as usual at voltcu.org. Swing and a miss by Redmond. The count 2-2. That just feels like a big run. Changing a 2-0 lead to a 3-0 lead, but that gives you a little bit of padding if someone gets on. Still not quite within swinging distance. 2-2 for Chandler. Ripped at and missed. A fastball from Chaidez. So it's a strikeout to close the inning, but Moises Gomez strikes with 2 down. A solo home run for the Cardinals slugger. It is 3-0. Cardinals through 8. They're trying to nail it down in the 9th right after this on the Cardinals Baseball Network. This game moves to the top of the 9th inning at Hammons Field. Cardinals will bring in the right-hander Freddie Pacheco to try to author 3 final outs. With the Hooks bringing up 8, 9, and 1 in their order. Jordan Brewer, Edwin Diaz, and Wilger Abreu. Cardinals lead it 3-0. So Pacheco, the right-hander, set up to deal. Number 47 on the back of the native of Araguita, Venezuela. Fastball ripped at and missed by Brewer, strike 1. First pitch of the inning coming in at 98 miles per hour. Pacheco sets up on the far first base side. The 0-1. Lasered on the outside edge. Quickly 0-2 with Pacheco jumping ahead. Freddie's 24 years old, wears number 47 on the back. This is tap foul right back to the screen to keep it 0-2. Pacheco is on after 1 scoreless inning by Grant Black. He faced the minimum, so the tandem of Graceffo and Black together have only faced 1 over the minimum, as this is tap foul. And Brewer will stay alive, 0-2. Pacheco this year has made 22 appearances. He's 1-4, a 3.55 ERA. 7 saves. This is a save scenario. 25 1/3 innings, 17 hits, 16 runs, 10 earned. 15 walks, 36 strikeouts. Fastball here, make it 37 strikeouts as Pacheco blows away Brewer to open up the 9th. Freddie right back to the gas at 98 miles per hour. So here's Edwin Diaz, right-handed DH. Number 9 batter for Corpus Christi. It's 3-0 Springfield. 1 down, top of the 9th inning. The pitch. Twisting down and away for ball 1. Cardinals have hit 3 solo home runs in this game. Nunez in the 5th, Koperniak in the 7th, Gomez in the 8th. The 1-0. Down and away for ball 2. Pacheco set up. 2-0 pitch right on the outside edge. Strike number 1. Freddie set right above the belt buckle. The 2-1 pitch is pulled sharply to third, gobbled up by Walker. He'll lob it over in plenty of time. Jordan Walker with a nice pick at third. And there are 2 down here in the 9th inning. Wilger Abreu trying to get on and keep this game going for Corpus. Pacheco starts him off with a fastball, and he dances back out of the way of ball 1. Cardinals play him to pull it on the infield. Everybody sliding towards the first base side. The 1-0. A changeup on the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-0 Springfield. With Pacheco looking for 1 final out. The 1-1 is guided in the air, shallow left field. Koperniak darting in, won't get there in time. It's a base hit for Abreu. Plopping it down in shallow left. So a 2-out single for Wilger Abreu. And that is just the 4th hit of the game for Corpus Christi. So 1 on with 2 down. The batter is Luke Berryhill. Berryhill is 1 for 3. Singled himself on in the 7th, but then was picked off by Pedro Pages on a terrific back pick by the Cardinal catcher. Pacheco starts Berryhill with a fastball just outside for ball 1. Berryhill also bounced into a double play in the opening inning. He lined out to left field in the 4th inning. And the 1-0. Just a little bit low. Pacheco frustrated that didn't get a strike call, threw his arms to his sides. It's 2-0 for Berryhill. Nunez playing right in front of the runner at first base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1. The 2-1 from Pacheco, ripped at and missed by Berryhill. It's 2-2, and the Hooks are down to their final strike. Pacheco set. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Freddie Pacheco slams the door with a strikeout. And the Cardinals shut out the Hooks 3-0, facing just 2 over the minimum. And a dominant performance here to start the week. Graceffo through the first 7, Grant Black with 1, Pacheco with 1. And they combined a blank Corpus Christi 3-0 at Hammons Field. Cardinals postgame show is next on the Cardinals Baseball Network.